Well, what SpaceX and Elon Musk achieved yesterday was historic. I'm just going to give you a little intro, then I'll play the video because it's super cool and it explains much better than I can. But in a major engineering feat, the mechanical SpaceX arms caught the Starship rocket booster back at the launch pad. So that's what I'm going to play now. And I just wanted to tell you that, because if you just watch this, then you may not know what you're looking at.
4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff.
Here is the takeoff. Okay, we've seen rockets take off before. I get it. Now, this rocket did something that's never happened before. And keep in mind, this is Starship. That's the name of this rocket. It's the largest and most powerful rocket ever built. It's the heaviest flying object
30 seconds into the flight, the Brumville's just starting to reach us here.
Okay, now what you're seeing on screen, let me put that full screen. Let's make that bigger. Can we make that bigger? Yes.
Booster ship, avionics power, telemetry nominal.
Okay, now stage 1, first and second stages of the rocket separate.
I've ever seen in my entire life.
Normally,
staging next.
The first stage falls away, but this time it did like a backflip and it came back down.
Stage separation. Booster
stage separation. Hot stage separation confirmed.
Okay,
Ship
now
its own power.
the rocket
6 out of 6 Raptors lit.
The stage 1 that would normally
Hopefully, I got a booster on the way back to me. I'm going to send this to you guys in Hawthorne.
It is going to be.
Oh, we can see it coming down
Look, it's coming back in.
Booster coming in hot for booster touch.
Okay, it's approaching supersonic speed.
Engines, and this view is incredible right now.
The engines are turning on to slow it down.
You can see how fast this vehicle is moving on the left hand.
That's the engines, the rocket's firing.
13 ignited. We're now down to 3 Raptor engines. We can see those chopsticks now in the
So this is called the chopstick maneuver. You know, imagine how many billions of dollars that rocket cost. And normally it would just be discarded and land back in the ocean. But that was an absolutely perfect landing. And the amazing thing about this is that they got it right the first time. And take a look at, if you take a look at this, the way this one, oh, I've lost my screen. Let me bring it back up. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Yes, this one brought a grown man to tears. And there's another perspective when you see it coming back in from this angle. Look at the rocket.
My God.
Stage 1 of the rocket coming back. They're going to reuse stage 2 as well. That came back in about an hour after. Okay.
Let's go! Come on!
There was a lot of people watching. Everyone's super excited.
No way, it's gonna be so freaking loud.
Okay.
They're gonna do it.
And look at that. In it comes. This is history in the making. This has never happened before. The largest heaviest flying object in the world, and there it is.
It's hovering.
Yeah, it's hovering.
Oh my God.
That's the chopstick maneuver. Can you believe it?
Do it! Whoa! Let's go!
So you can understand that, yeah, the world's going crazy about this in a positive way. It's really outstanding what Elon Musk has done with SpaceX and all of his phenomenal staff that are contributing to this scientific effort. Whether you want to go to Mars or not doesn't really matter, but this is making the parts of rockets reusable so that space travel will be more achievable. The plan is for Starship to carry enough astronauts, up to 100, on board, and to have 50 to 100 launches a year. NASA has already ordered 2 SpaceX Starships. So what's quite amazing is that politics is getting in the way. You know, I mean, that's just the typical situation, isn't it? Politics gets in the way of things. And what we have here is, unfortunately, we have the officials from the California Coastal Commission that has rejected Elon Musk's request, SpaceX's requests for more frequent SpaceX launches. Now, the crazy thing is that they're really making it political. And as crazy as it is, I think it's sad. Why are we doing this? Here, they're claiming that it's not about, before it was about environmental rights and environmental potential damage. There's a lot of damage that can come to the environment for sure from a massive rocket. But I think California officials are showing their true colors now, because they have publicly said, and this is a quote here, that Elon Musk is hopping about the country, quote, spewing and tweeting political falsehoods and attacking FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, I hope I got that right, while claiming his desire to help the hurricane victims with free Starlink access to the internet. So they're saying he's tweeting political falsehoods and attacking FEMA. This is Commissioner Gretchen Newsom at the meeting in San Diego. Is Gretchen Newsom related to Gavin Newsom? Okay, I wonder about that. I'm not sure. So that's what's happening with, but how did Musk respond? So Musk made it pretty clear. And I like his language, right? Here he says it's incredibly inappropriate. Isn't that nice? Incredibly, isn't that diplomatic? I think that's, I like that. I think that's a good, nice way to speak. You know, we don't always have to be getting angry and throwing out rhetoric and things like that. So, you know, Musk knows how to do his diplomacy, which is good. So he's saying incredibly inappropriate. And what's he going to do? He's going to file a lawsuit against them. He said it would be today, but today is Columbus Day. So there's a lot of, I guess a lot of things. So he's filing tomorrow for violating his First Amendment rights. Okay, now what is it why has Elon Musk been so attacked? You know, what is it about his political falsehoods? What is it? Has he really been attacking FEMA? They're saying this publicly, that he's claiming his desire to help the hurricane victims with free Starlink access to the internet. They're saying that that's political falsehood. Now, if you take a look at what Elon Musk posted, he posted this. I saw this when this first came out. This was October 4th. So just a few days after Hurricane Helene, actually quite a few days after Hurricane Helene, devastated North Carolina. That was September 26th and 27th, I believe. So here, Elon Musk, I'll turn the sound off because there's no sound in there, but he posted this and he said that SpaceX engineers are trying to deliver Starlink terminals and supplies to devastated areas in North Carolina right now, and FEMA is both failing to help and not letting others help. So it is unconscionable if when something like that happens. Was there a misunderstanding? Apparently so, because after Elon Musk put this out to his millions and millions of followers on X, he got a call from Pete Buttigieg, the Minister for Transport, U.S. Secretary for Transport, did contact him, helped sort it out, and he was able to get Starlinks out to people. the devastation in North Carolina is really hard to imagine. This footage doesn't do it justice. I'll cover a little bit more of that after this, but it is so much worse than what we've seen in Florida. Florida's prepared for these things. North Carolina was not, especially the parts that were most hit. And the roads have just, so many roads and bridges are completely gone. And many towns are just completely wiped off the map. So to have access to the internet really helped to potentially save a lot of lives there. So Elon Musk has been credited with that by Trump. Here is, and really this is the problem, isn't it? If there's political figures, say, for example, these California officials that are trying to stop or interfere with Musk's private business, SpaceX. Yeah, it's a big business, but it's his business. They're trying to interfere with that using politics. And if they are, obviously, they seem to be obviously Democrats because they don't like his position on wanting to support Trump. And he's been very public in supporting Trump. And here's a clip about what Trump says about Elon Musk. And this is why I think Democrats are seeing Musk as such a threat. If what Trump and Musk want to happen and say is going to happen actually happens, it's going to be a whole new country. Everything will be completely different. Will that happen? We'll have to see.
Also said that there's a lot of fat in government that you would want to slim
Incredible
down.
fat.
So what agencies would you want to shut down?
Well, let me have you ask another person that, because I'm going to have Elon Musk. He is dying to do this. You know, he's a great business guy, actually. You think of him for science and rockets, and every time I think he's telling me about a new screw that was developed, he's developed a new screw. Screws are difficult, and it's made out of titanium, and it's so exciting. But you know what? He's a great business guy, and he's a great cost cutter. You've seen that. And he said, I could cut costs without affecting anybody.
So he will be in the cabinet.
Not in the cabinet. He doesn't want to be in the cabinet. He just wants to be in charge of cost cutting. We'll have a new position, Secretary of Cost Cutting, okay? Elon wants to do that. And we have incredible people. He's running.
Secretary of Cost Cutting. What a title. Okay, now what does, here's Musk's point of view. Now, you saw Trump's point of view. Now let's look at Elon Musk's words and what does he say about being a cost cutter for the US government.
A lot of stops to help Trump. You're on stage yesterday. If he gets elected, will you continue to help him?
Yeah,
how?
Absolutely. So well, we've talked about kind of a government efficiency commission, or the Department of Government Efficiency, which is funny.
What percent? Sorry, I'm just laughing.
Is it unbelievable? Government efficiency?
I love it. You managed to make it sound a little sinister. Government efficiency. What percentage of Google employees did you can when you got there?
You mean Twitter?
Rather. I beg your pardon. Sorry, you just been talking about Google.
It was really quite funny. If
Twitter.
You haven't seen it.
Well, we're about 80%, and we've actually improved the features and functionality of the site more in the past year and a half than the last 8 years, with 20% of the staff. So
I just want to throw that up for context. So
agencies, like there's so many that people have never even heard of.
Here we go. He's now talking about government agencies as well. How many are there?
Department of Government Efficiency, Doge. I kind of like Doge. It's more fun.
Department of Government Efficiency.
And we'll take a look at all the federal agencies and say, do we really need whatever it is, 428 federal agencies? Like there's so many that people have never even heard of, and that have overlapping areas of responsibility. We should, there are more federal agencies than there are years since the establishment of the United States, which means that we've created more than one federal agency per year on average.
More federal agencies. So Musk seems to know what he's talking about. And I think that is that's pretty scary for people who are on the other side of politics to him.